going on, everybody? Hopefully you're all doing well and having yourselves a very fantastic day. My name is Jason Joseph. This, of course, is Play-by-Play with JJ. Phillies taking on the Colorado Rockies today to end a 3-game trip out in Denver, Colorado. Last night, the Phillies were down 3-2 throughout most of the game, and then it was the 9th inning where they had 6 runs on 6 hits and really did what they had to do. It was tied up on an RBI triple by Edmundo Sosa, and then the Phillies would take the lead 4-3 on an RBI single by Garrett Stubbs. And then a couple of batters later, Bryce Harper came up to the bat and was able to hit a big 3-run homer, and that would be the biggest difference of the game. So the Phillies would win by a final score of 8-4, and they're looking to rack up another series win and do that for the first time in quite some time that in regards to winning 8 series in a row. So JT Realmuto has been one of the hottest hitters for the Phillies. He's hitting .377 during a 14-game career-high hitting streak with 3 doubles, 2 homers, and 6 RBI. He's really been incredible at the plate, and he had the night off last night. So the Phillies are happy to have him back into the lineup. So it'll be Quantrill that's taking the mound for the Rockies, and he's going up against Ranger Suarez. And Suarez, well, he's looking to get another win on the season and try to get into those double digits. That's what he's trying to do, and get 10 wins in 11 starts, which would be absolutely impressive. So Suarez is already 9-0. He has a 1.36 ERA. And they had a graphic up on NBC Sports Philadelphia a little bit before, and they were giving a list of other guys that have done that. And the last time that happened was when Juan Marichal did it for the Giants back in 1966. He was 9-0. He had a .59 ERA. And then you have Hoyt Wilhelm, who did it back in 1959 and had a .83 ERA along with those 9 wins. Some really interesting people on that list for sure. And so Rangers going to go out there on the mound today for the Phils, and they'll be going up against Quantrill. I'm going to take a very quick step off. I have to blow my nose really quickly. I will be right back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned, and we'll be right back. Alrighty, here we go. Alright, so we're in the top of the first inning. Phillies lineup will be like this. It'll be Schwarber batting in the leadoff spot, and then you got JT Realmuto, who's hitting second. Bryce Harper hitting third, playing over at first. Bohm is the third baseman. Then you got Bryson Stott, who's over at second base, batting fifth. Nick Castellanos hitting sixth out in right field. And Brandon Marsh is playing out in left field. He's batting 7th. Hitting 8th will be Edmundo Sosa, who is the shortstop. And Yohan Rojas batting in the cleanup spot. All right, so they'll be going up against Quantrill. And Cal this year in 10 starts has a 3-3 record. He's gone 57 2/3 of an inning and has 44 strikeouts in those innings of work. So here we go. We're about ready to get underway. The first pitch to Kyle Schwarber is wide and high for a ball. So again, the lineup for the Phils. It's Schwarber, Realmuto, Harper, Bohm, Stott, Castellanos, Marsh, Sosa, and Rojas. And the 1-0 on the way is a cutter that's taken at the knees for a strike. We need 10 more subs until we get to 2,600. Here we go, baby. Let's go. Schwarber hitting .234, went 3 for 3 last night, and was also able to provide a walk The 1-1 on the way, swing and a miss. And the count is now 1-2. Last time that Kyle Schwarber went 3 for 3 was earlier in the year, and that was against the Pittsburgh Pirates. It was on April 9th. It's 3 for 13 lifetime against Cal Quantrill. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch is outside for a ball. Vic Carapazza, the home plate umpire. Then you got over at first base, it's Adam Hamari. The second base crew chief is Brian Walsh. And Edwin Moscasco is over at third base. Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms, with the red numbers and the red letters on both the front and the back. The next pitch, and that's spoiled foul. Rockies have their black and white pinstripes, tops and bottoms, and the pitch, swing and a miss. So Kyle Schwarber strikes out. There's one away. Final score predictions, baby. Come on. Final score predictions. Comment down below. Thank you all so much for being here. What uniforms? Everybody always wants to know what uniforms they're wearing. It's cool. Phillies have their red helmets on with the white Phillies logo as they're batting. The first pitch is in there for a strike to JT Realmuto. Takes a slider all the way at the knees. Quantrill with 7 pitches. 6 of them were to Kyle Schwarber. And the 0-1 on the way, swing and a miss. Good curveball thrown. It went out of the strike zone and low. Defensively, the Rockies from 1 through 9. They got Quantrill on the bump. Behind the plate, it's Elias Diaz. And then over at first, you got at second base, it's Brendan Rodgers. Shortstop, it's Ezequiel Tovar. Over at first, it's Eleris Montero. And at third, it's Ryan McMahon. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Next pitch was taken for a ball. From left to right, it's Bouchard out in left, Doyle's out in center, and Goodman's playing out in right field. The 1-2. It's taken for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes to JT Realmuto. Harper waits in the on-deck circle. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And JT strikes out, so back-to-back Ks for Cal Quantrill. And Bryce Harper is due up to bat. Phillies come into today with a 38-15 record. Bryce Harper, who had a 3-run homer in last night's 6-run 9th-inning comeback by the Phils, is coming up to the plate. So a lot of homers and a lot of RBI in this month of May. The pitch is taken low for a ball. Bryce is 31 years old. He's now raised his average to 282. Has 13 homers and 41 RBI. He's rocking those sunglasses today, along with the red batting gloves. The 1-0 pitch. Fly ball hit out over towards left field. And on the run to make the catch is Bouchard. And that's going to end the inning. So 1, 2, 3 go the Phils. And we go to the bottom of the first at Coors Field. All right. Good stuff. Let's go. All right. So let's see what everybody's final score predictions are. 9-2, good guys. Love that. Love the sound effects that you use as well. Thank you. Yeah, we're going to implement more, So I don't like to do too many because I don't want to obviously get copyright strikes, but if we use it sporadically and if we just fill it in, then that's fine. How about the Toronto Blue Jays? They lost today 14-11 to the Detroit Tigers. What a game that was. That was like a football game for them. Back and forth. What a game that was. All right. Starting lineup for the Colorado Rockies. 8-3 Phillies. That's your final score prediction. 5-1 Phillies. It's yours. And 7-2, 7-3. I'm going to go with 7-3 as well. 7-3 is my final score prediction. All right, Rockies. We'll have Ezequiel Tovar lead things off. He's over at shortstop. Brendan Rodgers hitting second over at second base. The third baseman is Ryan McMahon. He's batting third. Elias Diaz, the catcher, batting in the cleanup spot. Chris Bryant, the designated hitter, hitting fifth. Brenton Doyle out in center field, batting sixth. And number 7 in the order is Burchard, who was out in left field. Then you got Montero over at first base, batting eighth. And Goodman batting ninth out in right field. So again, Stavar, Rogers, McMahon, Diaz, Bryant, Doyle, Burchard, Montero, and Goodman. That is the starting lineup for the Colorado Rockies. Snooter says 6-4 Phillies is his final score prediction. All right, good stuff. 5-1, 6-2. All right, good. We're sort of in the same ballpark. I like it. I like it a lot. All right, so again, Tavar, Rogers, McMahon, Diaz, Bryant, Doyle, Burchard, Montero, and Goodman. So no Charlie Blackmon, and Ranger Suarez on the bump, and the first pitch is in there for a strike on the outside corner at the knees. Ranger on the bump, we'll talk a little bit about him in just a few seconds as the 0-1 is taken low and outside for a ball. Ranger's 28 years old. He has a .96 ERA on the road, a 1.36 ERA, which is second best in all of Major League Baseball. And the 1-1 is taken outside and low for ball 2. 68 strikeouts in 66 innings, which is the most that he's ever had up to May 26th, starting a season in his career. The 2-1 on the way, and that's inside for ball 3. Last time he pitched against the Rockies, he had a complete game shutout, and that was on Tuesday, April 16th. The 3-1 swing and a miss. He only allowed 7 hits in that game. He had 112 pitches, which was the most that he's ever had this year. 3 balls, 2 strikes, and the payoff is fouled off. Has a sinker, a curveball, a four-seamer, a changeup, a cutter, and a slider. But he uses the sinker, the curveball, the four-seamer, the changeup, and the cutter most of the time. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. And Rangers Suarez with a punch out, and Ezequiel Tovar goes down on strikes. About that. I'm surprised that he went to the heater, but he did. It's not like he throws it at a very high velocity either. It just looks so deceiving when he just throws it. 1 out, and Brandon Rogers comes up to the plate in the pitch. Line drive it out over to right field, and there's the first hit of the afternoon by either team. It's a base hit, and it bounces right in front of Castellanos. Rogers able to go the opposite way with a single, and up to bat is Ryan McMahon, the third baseman. Phillies defense will look like this. Ranger on the bump. His battery is JT Realmuto. He's behind the plate. And in the infield, it's Harper at first, Stott at second, Bohm at third, and Sosa at short. Here's McMahon at the dish, and the pitch in the air, hit out over towards right field. It was inside. It's going back towards the track, and that baby is gone. First pitch, it was inside, and Ryan McMahon able to get his 10th homer of the season. And the Rockies strike first. It's 2-0. I don't know how he was able to turn on that, but he has a lot of pop in the bat. He went 0 for 3 yesterday with a run scored. Man, he golfed that thing out of here. His average coming into today was at 293, and that, I believe, is going to raise it to over 300. Elias Diaz comes up and the pitch, and that's fouled off. The ball is 1 strike. And the pitch to Diaz is swung on and missed. Lifetime against the Rockies. Well, Ranger is 2-0. Last time he allowed a run against the Rockies was on May 13th of 2023, before that 2-run homer. The ball's 2 strikes to Elias Diaz, who's hitting .311 on the season. The pitch, low and outside for a ball to make it a 1-2 count. Rangers looking to go 10-0 on the season. And so far he's behind the A ball. The pitch. And that breaking ball is taken for a ball. 3 runs allowed in the first inning in his first 10 starts. And he's allowed 2 earned runs today. The 2-2 on the way, swing and a miss. And Ranger decides to climb the ladder and go down the chimney with a fastball. There we go. 2 down in the bottom of the first inning. And now Chris Bryant coming up to bat. Villain Child says, farewell 5-1, hello 7-2. Okay. 7-2 Phillies. So you were wrong. You were the first one. What's going on, everybody? Hit the thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. First pitch was fouled off by Chris Bryant, only hitting .175 with a homer and 7 RBI. The ball is 1 strike, and the pitch, and that is going to be blooped out to center field. On the run is Rojas, and he makes the diving catch. What a play by Johan Rojas as he pumps his fist, and we go to the top of the second inning. Rojas able to make a nice catch to rob Chris Bryant on a base hit. And we go to the top of the second. The damage is done, though. Ryan McMahon able to get a 2-run homer to put the Rockies up 2-0. But the acrobatics by Rojas are able to help out the Fightins. I'll have to cut that. That was nice. That was a really good catch. And he had to dive for it, so I'm happy that he did that. All right. 4, 5, and 6 due up in the order. Facing Cal Quantrill. That's the Johan Rojas that we are accustomed to, says Jeff Kerr. Shout out to Jeff Kerr, man. Shout out to Jeff Kerr. That was a super catch. How many people do we have tuning in on here? We got 115 people. Wow. Wow. For an afternoon, a Sunday afternoon. Y'all are crazy. That's why you should become a part of the Philly Freak Nation. Because we go live for almost every single Phillies, Sixers, and Eagles game. That's what we do on here. That's how crazy we are. We are sickos. This chat is just catching up to everybody. How about the Jersey Shore Blue Claws? They lead at 1-0 against the Aberdeen Ironbirds. In the top of the 6th, that's the Phillies high A team. Binghamton is playing against the Reading Phils at 5:15 p.m. Eastern Time. The Reading Phils, they're 19-25. And the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs are playing against the Rochester Red Wings tonight at 6:35 p.m. Eastern Time. Looks like for the Phillies, they will have Tyler Phillips on the mound, the 26-year-old, who was a 2015 draft pick by the Texas Rangers. All right, here comes Alec Bohm to the plate. It's no balls and 1 strike. Bohm did have a double after Harper's homer last night. Happy Sunday, everybody. And the 0-1 pitch, swing and a miss. Cal Quantrill decided to go with a curveball. It was on the inside corner. 3:25 p.m. Eastern Time. Phillies have a weird schedule coming up against the Giants. They play tomorrow afternoon. And, well, it's really an early evening game. The 0-2, and that's taken low and outside for a ball. They play tomorrow. I believe that the game is at 5:05 p.m. Eastern Time. And I should know this. That's 2:05 Pacific Time. And the 1-2 on the way. There's a fly ball hit out over towards right field, and on the run towards home plate to make the catch is Goodman. 4 up, 4 down for Cal Quantrill. and Bryson Stott's coming up to bat. So they play at 5:05 tomorrow. Then they play at 9:45 on Tuesday. And on Wednesday, they wrap up the series against the Giants with an afternoon game at 3:45 p.m. Eastern Time. And we will be live for each and every one of those games. Weird times. So Tuesday night, we'll have a nice cup of Joe, and we'll be on here calling that Phillies game. There's Bryson Stott, who takes a strike all the way, hitting about 258 on the season. The ball is one strike, and the pitch is a curveball that's upstairs for a ball. So in case you are just tuning in, the Phillies trail 2-0. Ranger Suarez is on the mound for the Phillies. He allowed a 2-run homer to Ryan McMahon in the bottom of the first. The 1-1 delivery, and that's fouled off. Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms, with the red letters on both the front and the back, and the red numbers on the back too. Rockies are in their white and black pinstripes, tops and bottoms, and the purple socks. 1 ball and 2 strikes as the pitch is down low for a ball. It's a shame that they don't televise the Phillies like they used to. Now you have to, now you more or less have to pay extra to see them on TV. Or you can just come on here for free and tell your friends about this, and you get a good quality radio play-by-play on here. 2 balls, 2 strikes to Bryson Stott, who's batting .303 in the month of May. Everybody forgets about that. In the 2-2, it's a little dribbler hit back over towards the mound. Underhanded toss by Quantrill is in plenty of time over to first base. And the second out is made. High quality play-by-play. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Absolutely. That's what we do on here, man. And we interact with each other. That's the other really cool thing that cable TV doesn't do. Imagine Tom McCarthy talking to you and saying, "Hey, Denbrew, how you doing today?" That would feel a little bit weird. The pitch, swing and a miss. But eventually, that's how it's going to be. And that's why we're on it like this. And we're trying to take advantage of that. I never would have thought that it would turn out like this, but it's so awesome. The 0-1 swing and a miss. Decided to go with a splitter there to Nick Castellanos, who's behind in the count. Quantrill has a sinker, a splitter, a cutter, a curveball, and a changeup. The 0-2 pitch, and that's fouled off. Nick, in his last at-bat last night, ended the 9th inning. He got an RBI single and tried to extend a single into a double. Hope they never do it with the Eagles games. Well, first game is on Peacock TV, so they're probably not off to the best foot in regards to cable there. But we'll be calling it. The 0-2 is fouled off. Cal with 27 pitches in 1 2/3 of an inning. Base is empty. 2 outs. The 0-2 delivery way up high. Justin Lawrence got charged with his 3rd loss last night for the Rockies, and now is 1-3 on the season. Jose Ruiz got his first win in a Phillies uniform. The 1-2, low and outside. It's great. We have some more sound effects, too, coming. We do. I'm going to try to record some more tomorrow. 2 balls, 2 strikes. I appreciate that. It gives it another element. You know, I can't play crowd noise. That's not natural. So we try. The pitch. Low and outside, and what was an 0-2 count is now a full count to Castellanos. The first 3-ball count today allowed by Quantrill. The payoff pitch to Casti, and he pops this one up out to straightaway center field, and backing up and now coming in towards home plate is Doyle, and he makes the easy grab for out number 3. So the Phillies go down 4, 5, and 6 in the order. All 6 batters retired in the first 2 innings, and we go to the bottom of the second at Coors Field. I guess it's going to rain here? I think it is raining outside. Yeah, it's raining outside. How about that? All right, well, the Florida Panthers already have a 1-0 lead. Is the clicking part of those sound effects? What clicking? I have to figure out what the clicking is. What clicking? Write down a timestamp and let me know what you hear as clicking. It could just be you, because I haven't heard anybody else complain about it. If it's not, then I probably know what it is. It probably is the headsets, and I don't know how to fix that. And I'm hoping it's not the headsets. You had me laughing yesterday with the sound effects when the Phillies took the lead in the 9th inning. I try, man. I try. I think it makes it even more interactive, you know? Go Panthers. Up. Oh, wait. Hold up. We have a visitor on here. What's up, Larry? How you doing? Larry had the doorbell on him. There's a click a few seconds ago. I still don't hear clicking. Okay, if anybody else hears it, let me know. Well, the Red and Fightins had a 5-run 3rd inning yesterday. Kendall Simmons ended up going 1 for 2. He had a 3-run homer, and the Fightins had 5 homers in 7 innings. Carson Taylor also went 3 for 4 with a homer and 2 RBI. D still doesn't hear the clicking. If anybody else hears it, let me know. Please let me know. You probably have one of those stink bugs in your room. They click like mad. I actually killed a stink bug today. Now, I don't usually like to kill insects, but it had to be done. The pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball. Brenton Doyle at the plate, and the 1-0 swing and a miss. So Ranger has that 4-seam fastball that's at maybe a little bit above the eye level. He has that working for him today so far. The 1-1 pitch, and that's taken low for ball 2 to Doyle. Suarez had 16 pitches entering into this inning. The 2-1 delivery, and that is fouled away towards the third base side. And Schaefer, the third base coach, able to play it off the rail, took a bounce, and he made a pretty good throw into the stands. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Suarez kicks, delivers, and the next pitch is inside. And the count is full. Braves have a 4-1 lead out in Pittsburgh. Braves did lose yesterday to the Pirates 4-1. So they've lost the series, but they're looking to avoid the sweep. And the 3-2 on the way, and that's down low and inside for ball 4. Leadoff walk allowed by Ranger Suarez. Here comes Bouchard up to the plate. Please let me know if I'm saying his name correctly. I didn't look over. Oh, was that the clicking that you were talking about? Maybe I need to rub something on it, because I think that's what the problem is. Pitch is up high for a ball. May have to use that product that Mike was telling us about. We actually have some. I think I may have to use that on the headsets too. A little late. Better late than never, baby. But takes the seat in JJ's batter's box. Let's go. The 0-1, and that is skied high out over towards left field. Bouchard got way under it. Marsh gets under it, and he'll make the grab just now. And that took about 4 or 5 seconds just to have it enter into his glove. Maybe that was a little bit too long. Maybe I should time it next time. Fly out to left. And there's one gone. Eleuris Montero is going to come on up to the plate for the Colorado Rockies. Did not play in last night's game. His average is at .221. He's batting on the right side with the white batting gloves on. Throw back to first for disengagement purposes. And Doyle doesn't even get tagged by Bryce. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. JJ's the next Harry Callis. Thank you. I appreciate the compliment. I love Harry. The pitch. And that's taken on the inside corner on the upper third of the zone for a strike. That was a beautiful pitch. 7 of 8 first pitch strikes thrown by Ranger today. Throw back to first. Wow, what a play by Ranger. Did he get him out, though? No. They panned really lately, but I think Ranger had even the camera operators fooled. Looked like he was about ready to get started with his windup, and then he just, boom, right back over to first. Runner goes, the 0-1 pitch. It's up high. The throw over the second base by JT, and that was off the line. Started to dive for it over towards his right side, and getting a good jump is Brenton Doyle, and he is now in scoring position. JT usually has a good arm, and that throw was way over towards Stott's right. Thank goodness Stott is athletic and was able to dive for it, but it was nowhere near the bag. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 is a changeup that misses low and away. Doyle stole 3 bases last night, so how about this? 4 stolen bases in his last 1 1/4 of a game. 2-1 on the way, and that misses high for ball 3. Can't wait to hear you call an Eagles game. Yeah, me too. I'm excited about that. It is raining here out in South Jersey, but not in Colorado. Beautiful day out in Denver. 3 balls, 1 strike. Suarez looks back at second, now back to the plate, and the 3-1 is up high. So 2 walks allowed by Ranger Suarez. That's not something that you usually see a lot from him. Well, Goodman is playing out in right field. And, they're showing Jordan Beck, who got injured in last night's game after making a nice catch to rob Nick Castellanos on a base hit. That was to end the first inning, too. So Goodman was the replacement for him last night. He's wearing his sunglasses. Pretty sunny out at Coors Field. And the pitch is going to be lined out to right field, and that's going to go all the way towards the wall. Doyle will jog on in to score. Montero right behind him, and he'll come in to score too, and it's now a 2-run double and back-to-back 2-run innings allowed by Ranger Suarez. Actually, it's a RBI double. So it's 3-0. Couldn't tell. They showed the guy going into home plate twice. So just an RBI double. Staying put over at third base is Montero. And it's now 3-0 Colorado. Oh, boy. Not a good start by Ranger today. And now JT calls for time to just try to calm him down. You want the Phillies to try to win another series here, but they're not off to the best foot so far. Got 1 out in the bottom of the second inning. Already 6 batters have gotten aboard against Suarez. 3 earned runs allowed, which actually ties his season high. Wow. Ezequiel Tovar is going to come on up to bat as we go back to the top of the order. And the pitch is outside for a ball. Tovar actually went 4 for 6 in the first game of the series. So you can hear the thunder in the background. Ooh, boy. Let's hope we don't lose power. The pitch, and that's wide for a ball. That is not coming from Colorado. And the pitch is inside and low for ball 2. Decided to go with a curveball. I really would like to know like a stat of how different it is pitching at Coors Field than it is to other ballparks. If it really does impact pitchers. Not saying that I don't think it doesn't, but I'd like to know the science behind it. The 2-0 is up high for ball 3. Tovar struck out in the first. And the 3-0 on the way, and that's on the outside corner for strike 1. Even though Ranger has not had the best outing so far today, and it's still early on, you still love his competitiveness. And the pitch, and that's fouled away. It was a 3-0 count, and now the count is full. We do tend to have come from behind wins, so I'm not going to stress just yet. Yep. Never had a Colorado pitcher win the Cy Young Award. Well, Ubaldo Jimenez did. Didn't he win Cy Young? Pretty sure he did. 3-2 on the way, and that's low and inside for ball 4. And that's going to load the bases. So 3 walks allowed in this inning by Ranger. And an RBI double. 1 out in the bottom of the second. Rockies lead it 3-0. On 3 hits. Phillies are still looking for their first hit. Up to bat is Brendan Rodgers, who takes that pitch low, but check swing, did he go? And the first base umpire says no. Adam Hamari there to confirm that he did not go around. And he held up. It was the right call. 1 ball, no strikes. The pitch, a sinker that misses badly. Corey Seidman tweeted out, quote, the normalization was going to occur at some point. Ranger Suarez entered with a 1.36 ERA and a .79 whip. 2 balls, no strikes. Base is juiced, and the next pitch, ground ball, hit over to third, knocked down by Bohm, and he tags the bag for 1 to throw back to first, not in time, and it gets by Bryce Harper, so a couple more runs are going to come on in to score. It was Montero first, and jogging on in to score right behind him is Goodman. So that's going to go down as a 5-3 fielder's choice, RBI fielder's choice, but an error by Alec Bohm. And it's 4-0 Rockies. Or 5-0 now because it was, it's 5-0. They didn't update the score. Bohm couldn't catch it, and he had to literally play it off the... He couldn't catch it in the heel of the glove. It was a sinking ground ball. It bounced, and then it hit his glove. He tried to backhand it. It popped out of the glove. He had to tag third base to get the force runner out, and he couldn't make a good throw over to first. It got by Bryce Harper, and that's how 2 more runs were able to come on in. So now it's 5-0, and here's Ryan McMahon, who takes the ball all the way. So that should just be a 3-1 fielder's choice or a 5-3 fielder's choice error. Oh my gosh. 1 ball, 1 strike to Ryan McMahon. Already 41 pitches, and we're not even through the second inning just yet. And time is called by Ryan. And Ranger, I think, wants to get his pitch comm adjusted. He is looking over at second base, and something didn't seem right as he took the cap off and now puts it back on, has to pick up his glove and the baseball, and gets back on the hill. 5-0 Colorado. Bottom of the second and a runner over at second. And the 1-1 is in there for strike 2. Adam Duvall just hit a home run for the Braves, and now they lead at 6-1 out in Pittsburgh. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the pitch, and that's fouled off. So I was correct. Good. But the New York Rangers, they now have a 2-1 lead. Oh my gosh. Wow. 1-2 to McMahon, and the pitch now sail foul. Phillies are 7 games above the Atlanta Braves, who are on a 2-game losing streak and are 3-7 over their last 10 games, just like the Washington Nationals. Nationals, though, are 23-27. The pitch, and that misses low for ball 2. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch, and that misses again. The changeup, he's just not able to locate on those lower parts of the zone. And that time it went into the dirt. So the count is now full. 2 outs in the bottom of the second. 5-0 Rockies. And the 3-2 on the way. Fouled off again. And McMahon just putting up a good at-bat here against Ranger. The Phillies are 1.5 games above the New York Yankees for the best overall record in all of baseball. And they're 2.5 games over the Guardians. The 3-2 pitch, and that's spoiled foul. The Royals and the Guardians, they're both on 8-game winning streaks. And they're 9-1 over their last 10 games. The Phillies and the Yankees are 8-2 over their last 10 games. 3-2 on the way, and that just barely misses outside. And that's the 4th walk in this inning allowed by Ranger Suarez. And the Phillies are going to get some action going in the bullpen. When do you think was the last time that Ranger Suarez allowed 4 walks in an inning? Time is called, and now Caleb Cotham is going to go out there. Just unbelievable. And you know, you feel bad because you know that he's competing and that he's trying to, he's giving it his all, just has not had it today. Now, Ryan Kerkering is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. Any more clicking sounds? The Giants lead it 3-1 out in New York against the Mets. And the Mets really have just been struggling. Edwin Diaz blew another save yesterday. They had a 2-1 lead heading into the 9th inning as the first pitch is up high to Elias Diaz. Tyler Wade was able to tie it up in the 9th, and then the Giants would score 5 runs in the 10th to win 7-2. 1-0 pitch, ground ball, back up the middle. Stott's going to win the race over towards the bag and tag out the runner over at second as well. So 8 men come up to the plate, 4 walks allowed, and 3 runs to just 1 earned run, I believe. And it's 5-0 Colorado. Phillies have some work to do as they're behind the A ball. Okay. Fielder's choice. The Phillies this year have 17 comeback wins. Aiden Doherty just tweeted out that Bohm does have 8 errors, and that's second in baseball, which is rough. He's a great, and he's been a really good defender, but he had a bad play, and probably should have just ate it up because it was going to be tough to get the runner out over at first anyways, but you got to make that quick decision. You do. That's not so easy. Since we last checked the score, the Jersey Shore Blue Claws have a 9-0 lead, and they've scored 8 runs in the 6th inning. That's the Phillies' high A team. I've never been to Jersey Shore to see the Blue Claws play. Of course, I called Blue Rocks games. For those of you that are new to the channel, my name is Jason Joseph. I'm a broadcaster from South Jersey. I graduated from Rowan University back in 2022 in the spring, and I went to school for broadcasting for sports communication and media. That was my major. And, well, I wanted to go into broadcasting. That's really what I wanted to do. And I was really fortunate because while I was in college, I got to call games for the Delaware Blue Coats, who were the NBA G League affiliate of the Philadelphia 76ers. And I also got to do radio games for the Wilmington Blue Rocks, who are the high A affiliate of the Washington Nationals. The pitch, and that's taken outside and high for a ball. Cal Quantrill back out there on the hill. Phillies have not gotten on base just yet, and Brandon Marsh is at the plate. And the 1-0 is up high again for ball 2. So what did I do? Well, after I graduated, I interned at NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey, and I was a studio intern there. 2 balls, no strikes, and the pitch is wide for ball 3. And as I was there, I decided, you know what, it'd be really cool to put the headsets back on. And I had a Rodecaster, and I had a couple of pieces of equipment with me that were just sitting around the house. I thought, you know what, let's just call games. 3-0 is in there for a strike. 3 balls, 1 strike to Brandon Marsh. And the pitch. And that's outside for ball 4. So finally the Phillies get their first base runner. And it's Brandon Marsh who leads off the top of the 3rd with a walk. And Mundo Sosa will come on into the batter's box. But, yeah, so that's why we're on here. And we have a fun time. We have a really, really awesome community. We go live for the Phillies, the Sixers, and the Eagles. Mundo Sosa up to bat, and he takes the first pitch wide for ball 1. What's up, Snowman? How you doing? We're almost at 2,600. Let's go! The 1-0 on the way to Sosa, and he takes that one just a hair outside by the length of a baseball. And he's ahead in the count 2-0 with Mundo Sosa. Time is called. And we do have a timeout called by Diaz and Cal Quantrill as he charges on over towards the mound. Just to have a conversation with him. It was down 5-0 in the top of the 3rd. And the 2-0 to Sosa, and that's in there at the knees for strike 1. Rangers gone 2 innings so far. He's allowed 4 earned runs. They did call it 4 earned runs. And 3 hits, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts. All 4 walks were in that 2nd inning. The pitch. Fouled off. The Fightins are 16-7 on the road. And they'll head out to San Francisco to play against the Giants for a 3-game set. 2-2 on the way, and that's going to be popped up, hit over towards the first base side. Montero makes the catch, and good job by Marsh to just retreat back over towards the base. Now Yohan Rojas is coming up, and Rojas made a really nice diving catch to rob Chris Bryant on a base hit to end what was the first inning at the point. At that point of the game, it was 2-0. Rojas up to bat, 1 gone in the top of the 3rd. Marsh over at first. He got on via walk. The pitch by Quantrill, swing and a miss. At 89 on the gun, a cutter. Yohan hitting now 211. Started to do better. He had 2 homers and 14 RBI. And the 0-1 is in there for a strike throw over the second base. And the second base umpire, Brian Walsh, says that Marsh is out. And the Phillies are probably going to review this because he looked like he was safe. I don't think Walsh had the best advantage. LINKTREE does have the phone. Thompson says hold it, and they're going to review it. And did the Phillies not get the challenge off in time or something? Because he said put the headsets on, and then Rob started acting. I don't know. Pitch looked like it was high. I think that Marsh got in there. I do. Rogers tagged Marsh on the left hand. It's hard to tell from that angle. And they have to be reviewing this because they're showing a lot of angles here. I don't know. It was a beautiful throw, though, by Diaz. and the Phillies are challenging this. If the call stands, it's 2 outs, and it's an 0-2 count, so the pitch was called a strike by Carapazza. I want to see this again. Rogers, it was a beautiful throw. It really was. Did he tag him on the fingertips? It's hard to tell from that angle that they're showing us. It's behind the second base bag. That's the angle that they showed us just now. May have tagged him on the ring and the pinky, but you can't tell from that angle. I don't know if they're going to have conclusive evidence to overturn this. I thought he was safe at first. But then the angles that they're showing us, one of them looked like he may have gotten him just on the fingertips. And he's out. All right, so the call is confirmed. And Marsh gets caught stealing. Good throw by Diaz. It was honestly not a bad jump either. That was just, you had to make a perfect throw. And Diaz did that. So Marsh gets caught stealing. And time is called by Rojas as he takes a step out of the box. This is a bang-bang play. The 0-2 pitch. There's a fly ball hit out over towards center field, and making the grab just shy of the track is Doyle. And the inning comes to an end. Phillies go down once again. They had a leadoff walk by Brandon Marsh, and then Edmundo Sosa popped out to first. Marsh got caught stealing and picked off over at second. And then you had Rojas, who just flied out to center. We go to the bottom of the third. 5-0 Rockies so far out of Coors Field. All right. Don't forget to like and don't forget to subscribe. Blue Claws now lead at 11-0. Oh my gosh, they're just killing their opponent. Wow. They're just killing Aberdeen. They scored 10 runs in that 6th inning. I don't know when the last time they scored 10 runs in an inning, but I don't think it was recently. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. So if you are new to the channel, I want to ask you guys, what got you into the sport of baseball? Where did your baseball love begin? And what do you recall about that? Saw Aberdeen on Friday, rough games. Yeah, well, there's no Gunnar Henderson. There's no any of the young guys that are at the big league club right now. They're not there anymore. So when I was there, a lot of those guys were there. So they're either in AAA or they're at the big league level. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button. Let's get to 200 likes. Come on. 200. Let's go. I have 139 people on here watching. Tell your friends. Tell your family. Tell your wives. Tell your sisters. Tell your brothers. Tell your kids about this channel. If they want to become a part of Philly Freak Nation, that's all they got to do. All right. We head to the bottom of the third. Ranger back out there on the hill, and the first pitch is skied foul towards the first base side, and it drifts out of play. Omar Narvaez was able to walk it off for the New York Mets. So they ended up coming back to beat the Giants. They were down 3-1, and then it was in the bottom of the ninth. Duvall didn't even pitch. It was Rogers. It was Tyler Rogers. They have 2 Rogers. D-Roger that. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss. So it was no balls, 2 strikes to Chris Bryant. And he goes fishing after a pitch that spelled nothing but trouble. And Bryant's down for the second time today. 11 playing Little League, going to Phillies games in 1980. That's how I got into the sport. Nice. First pitch is a curveball that's taken on the outside corner to Brenton Doyle, the center fielder for the Rockies. The ball's one strike. The pitch. Swing and a miss. Decided to go with a four-seamer on the top tier of the strike zone. The 0-2 delivery. That's going to be sliced out towards right field. On the run is Castellanos, and he got down on one knee to make the catch. The ball sort of died out in right field, and Doyle thought that maybe he had a chance of getting a hit. He hit it pretty sharply off the end of the bat, and Casti just there in the nick of time. No pun intended. And Sean Bouchard is coming up. He's 0 for 1. He flied out in the second. Playing out in left field today. The pitch. How about that curveball thrown just at the knees for a strike? Already 58 pitches thrown by Suarez, and we're not even through the third. The 0-1, though, swing and a miss. So 3 times in a row where Ranger has gotten ahead against the batter, 0-2. He's a competitor, man. That's all I've said. He's a gamer. He really is. Calm, cool, and collected. The 0-2 on the way, and that misses inside. So that win by the Mets, that was their 22nd win of the season. They're now 8 games under 500. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss. He went with a high cheese fastball, and the inning comes to an end. A 1-2-3 inning for Ranger Suarez, and we head to the top of the 4th, top of the order coming up for the Fightins. Let's go. Good stuff. Rack 'em up, Ranger. What did they say? Touch 'em all, Joe? Who made that call? Who made that call? Touch 'em all, Joe. Do you know? That's like one of the most iconic baseball calls, and I never knew who actually made that call. And the Panthers just tied it. Wow. It's 2-2 with 2 minutes and 16 seconds to go in the first period. That's unbelievable. What a game going on in Florida. The series is tied 1-1. Goodrow. I wanted to see who got all the goals. Reinhardt got the first one. And then Goodrow. No, actually, sorry. Yeah, Reinhardt got both goals for the Panthers. Lafreniere tied it 1-1 after Reinhardt's first goal, and then it was Barclay Goodrow that gave the Rangers the lead 25 seconds later. Wow. Tom Cheek. Okay, Tom Cheek. What's Tom Cheek doing now? Is Tom Cheek alive, obviously? That's really the question. No, he passed away in 2005. I did not know that. Tom Cheek, he was 66. His cause of death, according to Wikipedia, and I don't always like to quote Wikipedia, but it was a brain tumor. Huh. McDonough made that touch him all, Joe, he now sang. McDonough. Huh. The pitch, and that's taken for a strike to Kyle Schwarber. You guys hockey fans too? And NBA fans? The pitch thrown by Quantrill is taken outside for a ball. And the count is 1-1 to Kyle Schwarber. Next pitch, and that's taken just outside. It was a splitter for ball 2. Quantrill has gone 3 innings today. Hasn't allowed a hit just yet. 2 strikeouts and 1 walk, and the 2-1 is up high and outside for ball 3. Three balls, 1 strike. And the pitch. And that's outside for ball 4. Kyle Schwarber, that's the 39th time this season that he has walked. And he is over at first base. So we talk a lot about how the Phillies have had 17 comeback wins, which is first in all of baseball. But they're 13-2 after a loss, which is also first in Major League Baseball. Comes JT Realmuto, and he takes the first pitch. It's a strike on the inside corner. Good cutter thrown by Quantrill. Schwarber leads the team in walks and strikeouts. 71 strikeouts. And the 0-1 is taken inside for ball 1. The guy that's next on the strikeouts list is Bryce Harper, and he has 49. Casty and Marsh have 48, and they're tied for third. But Schwarber, 22 strikeouts more than Bryce Harper. Next pitch is fouled off. The count is 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Realmuto. And the pitch, swing and a miss. And JT went fishing after a splitter. It was low. And the guy that's on the 14-game hitting streak is 0 for 2 today. And here comes Bryce Harper to bat. 2 innings in a row where the Phillies have gotten a leadoff walk from a left-handed hitter. 1 out. Phillies down 5-0, and the pitch to Harper, ground ball, and it's played on the bounce. It gets away from Montero, though, and he has to field it, and everybody's going to be safe. It was a hot shot that was hit over towards Montero over at the first base side, and while he had to play it on a bounce, it just ricocheted off his glove. He had to go over towards his right to go after the baseball. Then he tried to barehand it, and it slipped out of his hand. So, everybody's safe, and Harper's aboard over at first. Wow. 1 out in the top of the 4th, and the Phillies may have something cooking right now. So that's an E3 on Eleris Montero. Phillies still looking for their first hit. And here comes Bohm, and he takes it high for a ball. Let's see if the Phillies can try to take advantage here. Alec lined out in the second. His average is at .315. Still hitting the ball very sharply. Schwarber at second, Harper at first, and the 1-0 to Bohm. That misses high for ball 2. Quantrill in a little bit of a jam, and the Phillies trying to get on the board. 2 balls, no strikes to Alec Bohm. Quantrill looks back at second, bat to the plate, and the pitch fouled back towards the screen. And it's a 2-1 count. There's Aaronola in the Phillies dugout. Pitched in last night's game for the Phillies. Was not able to get the win or the loss. He had a no decision. 2 balls, 1 strike to Bohmer. And the pitch. Line drive hit out over towards right field. And that's going to drop in for a base hit. Kyle Schwarber rounding third. The throw to the plate is nowhere near anybody, and it's now an RBI double by Alec Bohm, and the Phillies are on the board 5-1. So it's just an RBI single. They didn't show where Bohm was. I assumed he was going over to second, but it's a long single out to right field. And once again, Mr. Clutch comes through. So the Phillies able to get their first hit on an opposite field single by Bohm. It was hit down over towards that right field line side. And Goodman had to go get it. And Schwarber hustled as fast as he could. And here comes Bryce and Stott to the plate. Harper's at third. And Bohm is at first. The pitch to Stott, and he's going to ground this one up the middle. The flip over the second. There's 1 to throw over to first, 2 a double play. A 4-6-3 double play ends the inning, And Stott not able to come through there. The Phillies do get one back, though, on an RBI single by Alec Bohm. And it's 5-1, Colorado Rockies. That was a big rally killer. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and hit the thumbs up button. We got Linda's here. What's up, Linda? How you doing, Linda? What's good? I wasn't going to play the fireworks unless it was a home run. That's like, the fireworks are if it's like a statement for a run. You know what I mean? Like, that's when we really get into it. Luis Montero. Aoris. Is it Aoris? Because I've heard people say Luis Montero. Or is it Leoris? Or is it Aoris? Oh my gosh. I'm making this tougher than it has to be. Up early for the French Open with Rhino. Oh, you were up early today for the French Open? El Auris? Like ow as in ouch? Okay. Or is it O as in H? Because I've heard people say Eloris. Stock rounded it back up the middle. And honestly, good job by Brendan Rodgers to just play where he was. And Cal Quantrill got fired up. Elo Rice. Oh my gosh. Elbow grease. Y'all are funny. I'm not trying to mock his name or anything, but y'all are just trolling. Montero is up to bat. Put it that way for now. The 1-0 pitch, and there's a ground ball that's hit off. It was hit off of Ranger Suarez, and Stott made the diving catch, and Ranger is down. Oh my gosh. Wow. First of all, he gets back up. He's okay. He's okay. What a catch by Stott. Let's see this on the replay. It hit off of Ranger's left shoulder, and Stott still made the diving catch. That's insane. And Suarez was flat on his back. I guess it just took the wind out of him. I mean, imagine having a comebacker come at you and hit you on the shoulder. The exit velocity on that was 110 miles per hour. So, he got up. He's okay. He's on the mound. And, wow. That's going to go down as a 1-4 lineout. For those of you that keep score. And Ranger is going to pitch to Goodman, and the pitch is low, but it was swung on and missed. It was a curveball at 75 miles per hour. I don't know how he's... Wow. What a warrior. The 0-1 on the way, and that's on the outside corner for strike 2. That was like, no. It's the last thing that you want to see. The 0-2 pitch. That's way up high for a ball. Almost took his head off, and Stott comes up with the catch, too. How about like, the anticipation by Stott, but also the fact that Ranger is okay. The 1-2 pitch, and that's low and inside for ball 2. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're absolutely more than welcome to hit the super chat button. It's there for a reason. The pitch, fouled off. 68 pitches for Ranger. He had like 47 in the second inning, towards the end of the second, and had a very good third inning, a 1-2-3 inning. He's retired the last 5 batters that he has faced. And the 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Make that 6 batters that he has retired in a row. And Ranger with 5 strikeouts on the day. Wow. About Aaron Judge, man. He's hitting .365 and has 29 runs scored, 12 doubles, 14 homers, and 28 RBI over his last 30 games. The .365 average is over the last 30 games. The ball is 1 strike. The first pitch was in there for a strike. Second pitch, it's a changeup, and that's swung on and missed. This kid is like a machine. We have a machine at work. That makes that same sound effect. It makes sense. The 0-2 is taken for a ball. Ranger takes a deep breath. Thought he should have taken a deep breath maybe a couple batters ago. The 1-2 pitch, and that's inside for ball 2 to Ezequiel Tovar. Two balls, 2 strikes. Let's get to 2,600 subscribers. 2 outs in the bottom of the 4th. Base is empty. And the 2-2 delivery, swing, and a foul ball just off the end of the bat. Over towards the third base side. Two balls, 2 strikes. And the pitch from Suarez. Swing and a miss. He went upstairs and elevated the fastball. 7 batters retired in a row by Ranger. He had a 4-walk second inning, and he allowed 5 runs in the first 2 innings, but ever since then he's been back to his normal self. And we go to the top of the 5th inning. 5-1 is the score. Rockies lead it by 4. I don't know why I just played that, but I did. All right, I'm going to take a very quick step off. I will be right back in just a few moments. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit the subscribe button as well. And that way you'll know when we go on for a Phillies game. I want us to get more and more people involved. All right? We'll be right back in just a few moments. Do not go anywhere. Don't change that channel. See you soon. All right, we're back. We're back for the top of the 5th inning. 137 people on here watching, only 60 lights. Let's get to 137, man. Let's get to 137. Phillies will play against the Dodgers from July 9th to July 11th. That'll be at home. Bryce Harper will be going up against Shohei Ohtani, and what a series that's going to be. That's further down the road, though. Castellanos takes a strike. He's behind in the count, 0-1, and the pitch is just laid off by Castellan, maybe a hair down low. 3 more subs till we get to 2,600. Let's do it. And the 1-1 on the way, and that's on the inside corner at the knees for strike 2. Happy Memorial Day weekend. Shout out to all the people serving all the countries out there and laying their lives out on the line. And the people that did that too. The 1-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Castellanos strikes out. So Casti is down on strikes for the first time today. It's the second time, though, that he has been called out. Now it's Brandon Marsh who comes up to the plate, and the pitch is wide for a ball. Marsh led off the third inning with a walk, but nothing else to it. Who do you think has the best hair on the Phillies right now? The pitch, and that's just taken outside for ball two. I like Marsh's hair. I do. I think Marsh has a great beard. I think that his hair is awesome. I love Harper's hair, though, too. 2-0 pitch, and that's just taken on the outside corner for a strike. Then Bruce says Marsh. The pitch to Marsh. Line drive into right field for a hit. And he gets on with a single. His second time that he's gotten on base today. Golfed that thing out to right field, too. Had a pretty good swing on it. All right, well, he leads off over at first. And there's one out, and the pitch is low for a ball. Mike, they have a ceremony at Gloucester County Veteran Cemetery tomorrow. I'm going to see my dad, who served in Vietnam in 1967 to 1968. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss, and that deserves... We'll do that again. Seriously, thank you. The 1-1 that swung on and missed. Sosa now on a 4-game hitting streak, and during that time he is 7 for his last 15 with 2 doubles, a triple, 2 homers, and 5 RBI. One ball, 2 strikes, and 1 out in the top of the 5th inning. The pitch from Quantrill, swinging a bouncer, hit over to third base. Going to be a tough play, and the throw across the diamond is just in time to get Edmundo out. Marsh, however, does advance over to second base. And it's Johan Rojas who's going to come on up. Nathan Ackerman is an alum from USC, but he's a writer for Phillies Nation and NBC Sports. Well, he said that, quote, Alec Bohm, that RBI knock-in that he had in the last inning has pushed his average with runners in scoring position to .404. That's how great of a year he's having. The pitch, and that's taken outside for a ball to Johan Rojas. Quantrill gets set just at the belt, and the next pitch, and how about the block by Diaz? He had to backhand it. It almost got by him. And it's low and outside for ball 2. .404 is his average with runners in scoring position. That is absurd. 2 balls and no strikes. And the pitch, and that's in there for a strike. Ackerman also tweeted out a couple of hours ago and said that Trey Turner is, quote-unquote, a little sore today, a little stiff from yesterday's heavier rehab day, Rob said. The pitch, and there's a ground ball that's shot into right field for a base hit. Marsh will round third, and he'll jog in the score, and an opposite field RBI single by Johan Rojas. It's his 15th RBI on the season. 5-2 Rockies. Two runs by the Phils in their last 2 innings of work. And here comes Kyle Schwarber to the plate. The pitch, wide for a ball. Kyle had his 39th walk of the season back in the 4th inning and scored a run on the RBI single by Alec Bohm. The 1-0 on the way, and that misses outside for ball 2. Anybody doing a cookout later tonight? That's what we're doing tonight. 2 balls, no strikes. Schwarber up to bat. And the pitch to Kyle, and that's on the upper tier of the zone for a strike. And Vic Carapazza had a pretty good call there. That was the right play. Yohan's pretty fast on the bases. You got to watch out for him. He has 11 stolen bases in 12 attempts this season. The 2-1 on the way, and that just barely misses for ball 3. Great eye by Kyle. Phillies have had 2 singles this inning, one by Marsh and the other one by Rojas. They're looking to get their 3rd base runner. And the 3-1 on the way, swing and a miss. That fastball was right down Broad Street. And Schwarber swung right through it. Knew he was going to get a fastball. And he missed it. JT waits in the on-deck circle. If Schwarber gets on, the tying run will come on up to the plate, and Schwarber, rightfully so, is going to call for time and take a step out of the batter's box with his sunglasses on. Also has a red sleeve on his left forearm. Here we go. Payoff pitch to Schwarber. Here it is. Line drive. Hit out over to center field, and there to make the grab to get the final out of the inning is Brenton Doyle. It was hit sharply, just right at Doyle. The Phillies do get 1 run back, though, on an RBI single by Johan Rojas. It's now 5-2 Colorado. And we go to the bottom of the 5th at Coors Field. Be right back. Hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. If you want to donate to the channel, hit that super chat button right next to where you chat on YouTube. And any donation is a plus. I love each and every one of you. I will be right back. I got to take a sip of water and stretch. See you soon. All right, we're back. We're back on here. Sounds tasty. It does. It sounds really, really good. All right, we're in the bottom of the 5th. The pitch is low for a ball to Brendan Rodgers. Ranger Suarez is out there for his 5th frame. The pitch on the outside corner for a strike. How about Garrett Crochet? He now has 22 consecutive scoreless innings for the Chicago White Sox. 9 up and 9 down against the Orioles. It's been really solid for them. 1 ball, 2 strikes. And the 1-2 on the way, and that's served foul. There's been some really good pitchers this year. in both the American and even in the National League too. Seth Lugo has 8 wins for the Royals. Chris Sale's had a really good year. He has 8 wins on the season. Shota's been great for the Cubs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. As the next pitch was a ball, and the 2-2 on the way. Here it is. Swing and a miss. 6 strikeouts for Ranger Suarez. Make it 7 now, actually, as he gets a big one right there. He continues to light it up. And that's now 3 strikeouts in a row for Ranger Danger. Here comes McMahon to the plate. Batting on the left side. He took one out of the yard in the bottom of the first against Suarez to make it a 2-0 lead at the time. The pitch, low. McMahon's average at 297. And the 1-0 delivery is in there for a strike. Ranger in his first 2 innings allowed 3 hits, 4 walks, 4 earned runs, and 2 strikeouts. And over his last 2 innings, 4 strikeouts, and nothing else to it. And the 1-1 is fouled away. But also, he got hit by a line drive, too. That's the other thing. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 1 gone. Base is empty in the bottom of the 5th, and the pitch is low. Good take by Ryan McMahon. 2-2. That's the count. Suarez winds up and fires the 2-2 on the way. Another swing and a miss. 8 strikeouts for Ranger Suarez. Another one. 4 strikeouts in a row for Ranger as he got McMahon to swing at a pitch that spelled nothing but trouble. It was low and away. And Diaz coming up to bat. He was the 2nd strikeout victim that Ranger dealt with. And the pitch, it's a curveball in the upper tier of the zone for a strike. That curveball now is at a lot of wicked movement, and so has the changeup as well. The 0-1 pitch, and it's popped foul over towards the first base side. Harper will give it a look, and he's not going to be able to get over to it. It hit the track, and by the time Harper went to the track, it was about 2 seconds late. Carmen's is good. Carmen's. I think that's where my dad and I and my cousin Jeffrey, I think that's where we got our cheesesteaks. That's where I think it was. The pitch. It's outside for a ball. And the count is 1-2. Diaz went 0 for 4 in the first game. He's now 33 years old, hitting .311 on the season. The 1-2 on the way. Grounder hit over to shortstop. Fielded cleanly on a bounce by Sosa. The flip to first just in time to get Diaz. So, how about Ranger Suarez being able to get another 1-2-3 inning? He has retired all 10 of the last batters that he's faced. And we go to the top of the 6th inning. Phillies down 5-2. Different side of Ranger, man. Different side for sure. All right. We're going to play a little game as we go to the top of the 6th inning. All right. Going to play a little game here. So the game is called Name That Philly. All right. If you get it right, you'll hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. All right. So this is about me. All right, so this is who I am. So I'm a former pitcher for the Phillies, okay? I was on, at the time, the Cleveland Indians. I also played for the Seattle Mariners. And I'm 45 years old. Here's my cousin David. Nope. I'm 45 years old. I played for the Phillies, and I played for the Indians, and I'm a former pitcher. Jamie Moyer. Incorrect. Incorrect. Keep going. Keep going. I'll tell you one more thing. All right? I was also a Cy Young pitcher. It's not Cliff Lee. Well, guess what? It is Cliff Lee. It is Cliff Lee. Yep. Cliff Lee. He's 45 years old. Played for the Phillies, the Indians, the Mariners, and the Rangers. And also won a Cy Young. Thank you for playing Who's That Philly? We go to the top of the sixth. The first pitch to JT Realmuto was swung on and missed. JT has struck out twice against Cal Quantrill. The 0-1 delivery, another swing and a miss right there to make the count 0-2. Realmuto trying to extend his hitting streak to 15 games in a row. Passed Mike Lieberthal for the most as a catcher in Phillies franchise history. The 0-2 pitch, and that's chopped foul. Over towards the third base side. Cal was 29 years old. His birthday is on my half birthday. The 0-2 on the way. On the upper third of the zone for a called third strike, and JT has some words with Carapazza. It was the right call, though, and he has struck out 3 times today against Quantrill. A picture-perfect pitch. And there's one away. Comes Bryce Harper in his red batting gloves, and he swings and misses at the first pitch. It was outside. His average is at 279. He reached on an error back in the 4th inning. 13 homers and 41 runs knocked in. And he takes it low. Harper is second on the team in hits. He has 50 and 179 at-bats coming into this afternoon. The 1-1 delivery, and that swung on and missed, and that pitch spelled nothing but trouble. It was a splitter that was low and heading towards the dirt. Matt City is getting loosened up in the Rockies bullpen. The 1-2 wide. Whew. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And the next pitch to Harper, and that's bounced foul. Harper had the 3-run homer in last night's game out to left field to give the Phillies their 5th run. Their 3rd, 4th, and 5th run of the 9th. The 2-2 was outside for ball 3, and the count is now full. Bohm waits in the on-deck circle. Quantrill with 5 seconds left on the pitch clock. And the payoff pitch to Harper. And he chops that one foul as it bounced off his foot after it took a bounce. 7 total pitches in this at-bat to Bryce Harper. Phillies lost the first game of the series 3-2 in extra innings and came back and won last night's game by a score of 8-4. The payoff pitch to Harper, and he pops this one up over towards the left field side. That's hooking into foul ground. On the run is McMahon, and he can't get there. It hit the backstop, and Harper stays alive. Bryce is 9 for his last 21 entering into this game with 3 homers and 8 RBI. He has 7 homers in this month alone. He's behind, I believe it's Aaron Judge. And he has 23 RBI. 3-2 on the way. There's a fly ball hit out over towards left center field. It's going to stay in the yard. Doyle backpedals, goes over towards his right, and makes the grab to record the second out of the inning. 2 up, 2 down. And now Alec Bohm coming up to the plate. Phillies are in their gray tops, gray bottoms, with the red letters on the front, and the last names in red on the back, along with the numbers. The pitch that's fouled off. 95 total pitches for Cal, and the 0-1 to Bohm is taken low for a ball. Mentioned before that Bohm now is batting .404 with runners in scoring position. One ball, one strike. The leg kick and the pitch to Bohm. And he bounces this one over towards the first base side. It is a foul ball, though, according to Adam Hamari. Phillies are 38-15. All right, 1 ball, 2 strikes. Quantrill trying to get out of the inning. Nobody on, 2 outs. And the pitch. Grounder hit over to third. Gobbled up by McMahon. The throw across the diamond will get Bohm out. And a 1-2-3 inning by Cal Quantrill. We've played 5.5 innings and head to the bottom of the 6th. Phillies down 5-2. Have they not caught that? What are you talking about? Can we talk about this pitcher clearly using grip on his belt? How have they not caught that? I haven't really seen it. It's me personally. But that's the way that I look at it. His record at Colorado. One more sub till we get to 2,600. Let's go. The Phillies are 11-4 in their last 15 games against the Rockies. That's at home, though. I didn't know that. But the Phillies are 6-9 in their last 15 games out at Coors Field. I didn't know that. They got swept. Or sorry, they didn't get swept, but they lost the series last year out at Coors Field. They played from May 12th to the 14th. And they lost the first 2 games of that series and ended up winning the series finale. They actually shut out the Rockies. It was 4-0. And that was the game that Ranger pitched, if I'm not mistaken. No, it was Aaron Nola. Nola had the loss. Wait, is this correct? The Rockies won that game. They won it 1-0. That's weird. They won 5-0. Okay. All right. Well, 1 ball, no strikes. And the pitch is fouled off. Phillies have actually, this is correct, I'm sorry. They've won their last, they've won 5 out of their last 6. What the heck? 1 ball, 1 strike. And the pitch that's taken for ball 2. 2-1 pitch. That's a fly ball hit out over towards deep center field. Rojas on the run, and he makes the catch over his shoulder for the first out, and Chris Bryant is retired. Interesting. 1 out in the bottom of the 6th inning, and that was a big out there. Ranger with 94 pitches. 1 out. And the pitch, and that's bunted over towards the third base side. Played on the ground by Bowman. The flip over to first, and Harper tags him out. Brenton Doyle is tagged out. Nice play, too. I mean, not a good bunt by Brenton Doyle, but sort of like a ground ball played by Bohm, and he threw it over to first. Harper's foot came off the bag, and Harper was able to swipe out Doyle. 2 outs, and Ranger has retired the last 12 batters that he has faced. He's looking to make it 13 in a row. He's been in cruise control ever since that 2nd inning. The pitch on the way, swing and a miss to Bouchard. Sean is up to bat, hitting .214 this season. Just 1 homer and 3 RBI. The pitch, high for a ball. 1 ball, 1 strike. And the 1-1 delivery on the way, swing and a miss. It's 72 degrees out at Coors Field. Supposed to be a low of 44. Coors Field opened in 1995 as the 1-2 is outside for a ball. And the stadium itself holds 50,144. That's the max capacity with standing room. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Ranger Suarez has been unstoppable since that 2nd inning. 13 up and 13 down ever since the 5 runs he allowed. All right, we go to the top of the 7th. Phillies trail by 3. It's 5-2 Rockies. Right. Saw Richie Allen hit a grand slam over the right field scoreboard. At Connie Mack? Really? That's wild. Who would have thought that after the first 2 innings that Ranger would actually go 6? Raise your hands if you thought that was going to be the case. I didn't think so. The record attendance at Coors Field, by the way, this is a fun fact. 51,267. And that was back during the 1998 MLB All-Star Game. That was on July 7th. Roberto Alomar was the MVP of that game. And the National League won 3-1. Actually, wait, sorry. I'm sorry about that. I was looking at innings. The American League ended up winning that game, excuse me. And I think that they won, 13-8. Wow. 13-8 was the final score. About that. That was the largest attendance that they've ever had. Surprised the Rockies only have 3 hits. Yep. He just had to warm up. You actually thought that he was gonna go 6 innings? I did not think that. Bryson Stott will lead off the top of the 7th, and the pitch is taken for a strike right down Broadway. Who competed in the home run derby that year? Mackera City on the bump. And the 0-1 is fouled off to make the count 0-2. So Kara City comes in for Cal Quantrill. He didn't think he was going to go. I didn't think he was going to go either. Especially after that that comebacker that he had to deal with. The 0-2 pitch, swing and a miss, and Bryson Stott strikes out. And he's hitless in 3 at-bats today. And Nick Castellanos is now going to come on up to the plate, and he'll try to get a crack at Kara City here. He's 32 years old. 6'2", weighs 205 pounds. Had 1 outing against the Phillies. And the pitch to Castellanos, lined over towards right field. And Goodman's there to make the grab. 2 up, 2 down. His last outing that he pitched, and it was against the Phillies. He went 1 1/3, allowed 1 hit, and had a strikeout in that game, and that was on Friday night. Brandon Marsh walked, singled, and scored a run. And he's coming up to bat. We're in the top of the 7th, and the pitch is in there for a strike at the knees. And Orion Kerkering is warming up in the Phillies bullpen. It will pitch the bottom of the 7th. There's Rob Thompson in the Phillies dugout. The 0-1 pitch, and that's fouled away. They said that it was a fork ball. It's running at 79 miles per hour. Wow. When was the last time you heard a fork ball being thrown? The ESPN app say it was a fork ball too? No balls, 2 strikes. The 0-2 pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Yeah. That's wild. 1 ball, 2 strikes. 2 outs, nobody on, and the pitch to Marsh, and he slices that one foul. I mean, Godai Senga has one, but it's really not that common nowadays. Tim Wakefield had a really, really good one, too. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Kara City on the bump for the Rockies. From New Britain, Connecticut. And the pitch is fouled off. Seems like the Phillies are homesick. So far, maybe they are. But this team leads the league in comebacks. So you never know. The pitch to Marsh. That's grounded over towards the first base side. It hit the bag and goes into right field for a hit. Rogers had to field it over towards the line. And Brandon Marsh able to get on with a single. That's one way to do it. There you go. So the Phillies able to get something going their way. Marsh hit it down over towards the first base side. It hit the bag and it went out into right field, shallow right field, and it doesn't really happen too often. Marsh comes through with 2 outs. Let's see if Edmundo Sosa can follow his lead. Mods, do your thing. Hit the thumbs up button. Hit the subscribe button, everybody. The pitch, and that's fouled off over towards the right field side as that one goes out of play. Edmundo Sosa popped out and also grounded out. They go to San Francisco next, which is in California. The ball is 1 strike, and the 0-1 delivery, swing and a miss. So it's no balls and 2 strikes. We got the 2,600. Yep, we did. I think we celebrated that. I'm pretty sure we did. Kara City gets set just at the belt. Takes a quick breath. 0-2. And the pitch is fouled away. I'm using reverse psychology, says Mike. You're using sarcasm. There's a difference. Or is there? No balls and 2 strikes to Edmundo Sosa, who's been red hot for the Phils. The pitch. And that was on the outside corner. It's called a ball, though, at the knees. Vic Carapazza has not had that many of those egregious types of calls, but that was clearly at the knees for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and the 1-2 on the way is fouled off, and Sosa stays alive. He's back. He's back. He says very scary, but he knows. He knows he has to be careful. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Edmundo Sosa, and the 1-2 delivery, swing, and a foul ball. I believe Sosa just stayed alive. Barely got a piece of it. Marsh tried to swipe second, and he has to jog back or walk back over to first. Diaz could not hang on to the strike 3, and Edmundo, just with an inch of the bat, was able to tip it off. Kansas City working in this at-bat, trying to get that final strike, and Edmundo Sosa being absolutely relentless. 1-2 is the count. 9 on the clock. Kansas City ready to throw from the stretch, and the 1-2 on the way, swing and a miss. Sosa got fooled on the fork ball. It was outside and low, and that's going to end the inning. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left. We head to the bottom of the 7th. It's 5-2 Rockies. All right. I'm going to ask you a Phillies trivia question. If you get it right, you will hear this. If you get it wrong, you'll hear this. Right. Let's do it right now. We'll do this one. All right. Shane Vittorino and his family were on an episode of which show? I'll give you a hint. Brett Raymer and Wade King made the family a baseball cap fish tank and installed it next to their staircase in their home. Family Feud. Incorrect. We're on an episode of which show? Brett Raymer and Wade King made the family a baseball cap fish tank. Was it tanked? Good job. It was tanked. Good job. Good job. That was the one I was looking for. Notice how I said a cap fish tank. That's what it was. Good job. Nicholas, don't spam the chat. Guys, over or under 8.5 total score? I don't know. It's totally up to you. I loved that show. And Treehouse Masters. I never saw Treehouse Masters. But tanked is correct. Good job. Good stuff. All you other guys. You. PA Philly man. Is the skeleton. No, I'm kidding. Why are the Rockies a bad team? I don't know. Why are the Marlins a bad team? Why are the Yankees a good team? Should I keep going? Why are the Phillies a really good team this year so far? I don't know. It's just the way it goes. Money. Money is a good answer. But it's not just money. Money doesn't buy you. Money can buy you good players, but you got to put it all together. Even though the Phillies spent a lot of money to get Kyle Schwarber and Bryce Harper, guess what? That doesn't always mean everything. Look at the Washington Nationals when they had Max Scherzer, Patrick Corbin, and Steven Strasburg. Did they win because of money? Not necessarily. They won because of chemistry and the fans at the bank. Yeah, Phillies are bad. Took you 50 or more games to come on and say that. Even Mike, who has sarcasm, he knows that the Phillies are a good team. So I got to give him that. Mike is now number 1 on my favorites list. He passed Larry. He passed Larry. That's a little inside joke that Mike and I have going on. Where is Larry? I don't know where Larry went. But hopefully he's all right. Where are we going, to the bottom of the 7th? Yeah. Larry said I heard that. Larry says. No, I'm kidding. I'm joking. Mike said the other day I've always wanted to be number 1. But I don't have a favorites list. Y'all are my favorites. I love each and every one of you. I really do. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's get to 200 likes. How many likes do we have? Mods. We're a little bit behind today. I'm a little bit behind too, though, so it's not just you. It's also me as well. We have 82 likes. We're not even at 100 yet, guys. Come on. We got to get to 100 likes. At least. I want us to keep pushing the algorithm out. 82 likes and only 147 people watching. Y'all haven't hit the thumbs up button yet. Yes! Ha Larry! Ryan Kirkering is on the bump. Yep, I love you guys too. I do. Larry's here. He was lurking. The pitch from Kirkering is low for a ball. Luis Montero is up to bat. He walked in the second and also scored a run. And the 1-0 on the way, swing and a miss. So Ranger Suarez, his day is done. Besides the 5 runs he allowed in the first 2 innings, he went really, really strong and settled down. Was pretty much perfect after that. Retired 13 batters in a row. The pitch on the way, and that's low for ball 1. For ball 2, I should say, sorry. Lost track of the count there. I think Larry is your favorite. No, y'all are my favorites. I love each and every one of you. 2-1 pitch, and there's a bouncer rolled over to shortstop, and the throw over to first from Sosa is in time. There's 1 away in the bottom of the 7th inning. You guys really do hold a special place in my heart, and I learn a lot from you all. I think that's the cool thing about doing this. Never trust a guy named Larry, says Phil. All right, Phil. I know that you're joking. Comes Hunter Goodman. He's 1 for 2 today. He had an RBI double earlier in the game, and the pitch is swung on and missed. I tell you that Kirkering has been really sharp so far with throwing those sweepers. The 0-1 decides to go with a sweeper again. That time it does not even hit the strike, or it doesn't hit the strike zone. It's way off. The 1-1 delivery. Bouncing ball. Hit over to third. Bohm charges over to first as he fields it on a bounce, and the throw is in time. 2 gone. Charge. It's been a little bit quiet today. That's because the Phillies have not really provided a lot of rallies. The pitch, and that was way up high and inside, and Tavar had to dodge out of the way of that one. Whenever we play a charge, got a rant charge in the chat. Feeling another comeback like last night, says Steve. I feel that. I love the positive energy. Let's go. The 1-0 pitch, swing and a miss. And the count is now 1-1. Tavar walked in the second and also scored a run. So for 2 today. The pitch coming up, and it's just up high for a ball to make the count now 2-1. 23-year-old Kirkling on the bump, and he throws the 2-1 right on the inside corner for strike 2 on the upper tier of the zone. 6'2" from Huntington Beach, California. And the 2-2 delivery, here it is, a high bouncer, hit over to third, barehanded by Bohm, and actually just got underneath his hand, and Bohm not able to make the play. So Tavar gets on with an infield single, and he's 1 for 3 today. And that's the second time he's gotten on base. It would have been a really tough play for Bohm anyways because Tavar's pretty fast. Took a high bounce to hit the infield grass, and Bohm couldn't barehand it. It just got by him. Not able to come up with the play. It just actually hit the fingertips. That's an infield single by Ezekiel Tavar. And Brendan Rodgers will try to solve Kirkering in this at-bat. He takes it low. Orion this year has a 1.65 earned run average and a .92 whip in his 16 innings of work. The 1-0 pitch, line drive into left field for a base hit. It got right on through the 5-6 hole. Tavar stops at second. And runners go from station to station. Back-to-back singles allowed by Kirkering. And here comes McMahon to the plate. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th, and now 2 runners on. Yo, JJ, you into fantasy baseball at all? I am, but I decided to stop a couple of years ago for a couple of reasons. JT wants to go over signs before McMahon comes up to bat, so he steps onto the infield grass to go over that, and he'll go back behind the plate, and McMahon is due up to bat. All right, 2 runners on, 2 outs, and the pitch to McMahon, and there's a line drive hit out over to left field. On the run, though, is Marsh, and he backpedals, and he'll make the grab, and the inning comes to an end. So 2 2-out singles, and that's it. Nothing else to it. We go to the top of the 8th inning. Phillies down by 3. It's 5-2, Colorado. So why don't I do fantasy? Well, number one, when I was interning at NFL Films, I didn't want to chance it because you're not allowed to do fantasy and you're not even allowed to bet when you're an employee at NFL Films. That's just a rule. You can't do it on it's not even just football. You can't do it on any other sport. They're very, very strict about that. So that's rule number one. I'm not there anymore. I might actually I might go back in the fall. I don't know yet. There's a chance, which would be really awesome. But I don't know. We'll have to see. So that's number one. Number two, as a broadcaster, it feels really weird to me because, especially now that I'm doing this channel, I don't like to have something else to focus on, that can take my mind off of it. And so it's sort of like a distraction, and I have more fun doing this, and this is what I want to do. So I feel like if I were to do a fantasy league, it would stress me out. That's why I don't really do bets on here, because I feel like I'm at my best when I don't do those things. Does that make sense? I hope it does. The game reminds me of that loss to the Fish. Oh, I thought that you were going to say that this game reminds me of Go Fish, and I was going to say, how in the world does Go Fish go along with this game? But now that makes sense. It's tough because I have this ninja chat here, so I probably should make it a little bit wider, but I have to scroll down and I can't see everything, But yeah. All right. Hit the thumbs up button. Let's get to 200 likes. 200. Come on. What are we at now? What are we at now? Did we even reach 100 yet? Did we get to 100 likes? Did we? Comes Nick Mears, who's 1-3 and has a 6.14 ERA in 22 innings, along with 27 strikeouts. 84 likes. Let's get to 100. Come on. Let's keep going. Keep those likes coming. Cody Clemens going to pinch hit here for the Phillies. He'll be coming in for Yohan Rojas. And the first pitch is low and inside for a ball. There we go. Charge. 1 ball and no strikes to Cody Clemens. The pitch. Low for ball 2. Dr. MP's in the house, baby. Let's go. Now's when you can start the rally, Phillies. You can start the rally now, Philadelphia. Because Dr. MP is in the house. And he's our MVP. 2-0 pitch. Grounder hit over towards the right side. Rogers fields it. And Montero retreats over towards the bag. And there's one gone as the toss is made over to first. And the Phillies are down to their final 5 outs. Good news, though, is that the top of the order is coming up. And it's Kyle Schwarber, who walked in the 4th and scored a run. All right. Top of the 8th inning, 1 out. And the pitch to Kyle is upstairs. Phillies do have some action going on in their bullpen. It's Sir Anthony Dominguez. Kyle is 0 for 2. The 1-0 way up high once again. I would love that. That'd be beautiful. Come on, let's get 10 more likes to get to 100. Keep them coming. 2 balls, no strikes. And the next pitch is on the outside corner for a called strike. Phillies will be playing against the San Francisco Giants tomorrow. That game will be at 5:05 p.m. Eastern Time. 2-1, in fact, that's fouled back over towards the screen. Kyle in the first game for the Phillies went 1 for 5. He singled in the 8th inning of that game. And then last night went 3 for 3 with 2 singles, a double, a run scored, and a walk. And tonight he's 0 for 2 with a walk. 2-2 pitch popped up, and Diaz can't find it. It goes behind the plate, and it'll find the seats. Schwarber's still wearing his sunglasses. 71 degrees out in Denver, Colorado. Phillies money line coming into today was at 220, minus 220, according to ESPN Bet. Two balls, 2 strikes, and the pitch to Schwarber. Line drive, caught over at shortstop. And there's out number 2. Hit sharply, just right at the shortstop. For the second out, Ezequiel Tovar made a really nice catch there. 2 up, 2 down. And JT is due up to bat. He's 0 for 3 today. He struck out 3 times, and he's looking to extend his hitting streak to 15 games in a row. Maybe his last chance. And the pitch is swung on and missed. The ball's 1 strike. JT chokes up on the bat just a little bit, and the 0-1 to realmuto is wide and low. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up button and hit that subscribe button as well. 7 more likes till we get to 100. We have 161 people on here watching. I want us to get to 150. Push that algorithm out. The 1-1 pitch. That's on the outside corner for strike 2. Mears with 12 pitches in this inning so far. Looking to try to get out of the inning. The pitch, and that's a bouncer that's hit off the mound, and JT's going to beat it out. He extends the hitting streak to 15 games in a row. It literally hit off the foot tops of Mears and then bounced off the mound, went over towards no man's land in between the mound and first base, and JT able to get on with an infield single. Maybe there's a moral victory to that. And he keeps the hitting streak alive. He is getting checked out, Mears, that is, by the trainers. And Bud Black is out there, too. Wow. I didn't think that would actually happen. Mears had to take a very quick step off the mound just to try to stretch. And he takes a quick breath, and I think he's going to throw a couple warm-up pitches before he faces Bryce Harper. All right. Big at-bat coming up. Here we go. Here's throws one warm-up pitch. Phillies looking to spark a rally here in the top of the eighth. Trying to get that audio level. A 15-game hitting streak for realmuto. And Harper's coming up to bat. Loud levels. Okay, yep. All right, I'll have to re-record that. That's what I'll have to do. Harper comes up and the pitch, swing and a miss. It was a curveball that was thrown. It just died as well. The ball's one strike. 2 outs in the top of the 8th inning. The 0-1 on the way to Harper. Fly ball hit out to left field. It's going to stay in the yard. And coming in over towards home plate to make the grab is Sean Bouchard for out number 3. No runs, 1 hit, 1 man left. We go to the bottom of the 8th. Phillies down 5-2. All right, I'll be right back. I'm going to take a quick step off. See you very, very soon. Don't go anywhere. All right, bottom of the 8th inning. Phillies trail 5-2 against the Colorado Rockies. My name is Jason Joseph. 2 more likes till we get to 100. If you guys want to donate to the channel, you're more than welcome to do so by hitting that super chat button down below. Any donation is a plus. If you are tuning in on Facebook or on any other social media platform, hit the thumbs up button and come on over to YouTube if you can. You like the rally organ better? I like to change it up, you know. Sometimes I like to just press a button and see what happens. But, yeah, the rally organ I thought was, I guess it could have been a good thing. But I felt like going to a Zombie Nation. But I got to re-record that one. It was pretty loud. I'm also going to try to come up. I'll tell you one more thing I will do. Seven Nation Army, do you know that song? By the White Stripes, it's like, oh. I am going to get that one on there, too. If you just play, like, a few glimpses of it, you know what I mean? Like, you don't get into trouble for it. Bottom of the 8th inning. Here's Sir Anthony Dominguez on the mound for the Fightins, and the pitch, swing and a miss. Good slider thrown at 87 miles per hour. Diaz is 0 for 3. He is struck out. He's grounded into a fielder's choice, and he's also grounded out as well. We got to 100. Let's go. Let's go. The ball's 1 strike, and the 0-1 swing and a miss. 4, 5, and 6 are due up in the order for the Colorado Rockies. And if you did donate to the channel, and if I didn't read your donation, I apologize about that. Let me know down below if you did donate to the channel. The pitch. Low and outside for a ball. Phillies are 6.5 games above the Atlanta Braves in the NL East. All right, let's get to 150. 1-2 pitch, and that's outside for a ball. Sir Anthony's ERA is at 6.35. Last time he faced the Rockies was actually yesterday. He went 1 inning, and he had a strikeout. No runs allowed, just 1 hit. The 2-2 on the way. That's fouled away once again. Ended up pitching the 7th inning after Nola went 6. 2-2 pitch. Bouncing ball, foul towards third base. Orioles lead it 2-0 against the Chicago White Sox. Talked about before how the White Sox, Garrett Crochet was doing a good job. 2-2 pitch, and that's fouled away. He had 11 strikeouts again today. Just allowed 2 earned runs. And was really, really sharp. Taijuan Walker will be on the mound tomorrow for the Phillies, facing Blake Snell. As the 2-2 on the way is fouled once again. The Rockies, on the other hand, will actually play at 4:10 tomorrow. That'll be against the Cleveland Guardians. The 2-2 pitch, and that's low for ball 3. A lot of early games tomorrow. The Red Sox and the Orioles play at 1:05. Royals and Twins play at 2:10. And Blue Jays and White Sox play at 2:10 as well. 3-2 pitch. Popped up over towards shallow left field. Sosa and Clemens have to communicate with each other, and Sosa backpedals and will make the catch just in front of Cody Clemens, who was jogging in over towards the shortstop area. 1 up and 1 down. Philadelphia will have Bohm, Stott, and Castellanos in the 9th inning. The pitch inside for a ball to Chris Bryant. 1 ball, no strikes. And the 1-0 on the way. Line drive hit out over to center field, and that's going to drop in for a single. Marsh plays it on a bounce. And a 1-out single is allowed by Sir Anthony. So Bryant was 0 for 3. And he gets his first hit on the night. Before that at bat, he was 1 for 5 against Dominguez with a walk and a strikeout, so he's now 2 for 6. Tyler Kinley warming up in the Rockies bullpen. And he will pitch the 9th. First pitch to Brenton Doyle is for a strike. Bryant leads off over at first with the sunglasses on, and the 0-1 is in there at the knees for strike 2. Do you guys remember Houston Street? When the Phillies were able to rally off of him a couple of times, and he was on the Rockies. Anybody remember Houston Street? The ball's 2 strikes. The 0-2 on the way, swing and a miss. Good slider throw, and it was dipping outside and disappeared out of the zone for out number 2. Big strikeout there. Houston Street. And Charlie Blackmon is going to come in to pinch hit for the Rockies. Nobody remembers Houston Street? Nobody? Blackmon hitting .225 with a homer and 19 RBI this season, and he pokes this one out towards the third base side, and making the grab is Alec Bohm for out number 3. Time to go to the 9th. Phillies down to their last chance. Bohm, Stott, and Casty do up. I do. Yep. I'm asking because I was just thinking about him a little bit ago, and I always wondered whatever happened to him. He's now 40 years old, and will be 41 in August. He played with the Athletics from 05 to 08, and then was on the Rockies from 2009 to 2011. Then went to San Diego from 2012 to 14, and then ended his career with the Angels from 2014 to 2017. I used to buy my party supplied on Houston Street back in the 1990s. That's a different Houston Street. But yeah, he was on the Angels too. He was a 2-time All-Star. Actually ended up winning AL Rookie of the Year back in 05. He was a former quarterback at the University of Texas. Or sorry, his father, I should say, sorry. And his brother, Justin, was a pitcher for the minor league Vancouver Canadians. I didn't know that. It's weird because his fastball, if you remember, like, it wasn't fast, like it wasn't high velocity, it was like mid. It was more of like the lower 90s that he would throw his fastball at. So, but he had a nice career. Tyler Kinley will be pitching for the Rockies. He's 3-1. He's just 1-1 in 1-for-1 in save opportunities, with a 7.97 ERA. Another former Rocky that came into my head was Brad Hawpe. Don't know why. And Ryan Spilborghs, I think he's a part of the media now, if I remember correctly. I think that he's a broadcaster. All right, here we go. Top of the 9th inning. Phillies looking to spark a rally just like last night. Can history repeat itself? First pitch to Bohm, and that's taken outside for a ball. Have some defensive changes. Charlie Blackmon is now out there to play out in center field. It's 1 ball, no strikes to Alec Bohm. Blackmon's actually in right field, excuse me. Jake Cave goes over from right to left. And out in center is still Doyle. 1 ball, 1 strike. Rusty Staub. I don't know who that is. The pitch to Bohm, and that's fouled away. Make it a 1-2 count. I love Troy Tulowitzki. Tulo was one of my favorites when I was growing up, and I loved Carlos Gonzalez. Cargo was great. 1-2 pitch on the way. Grounder hit over to third base. Gobbled up by McMahon. The throw across the diamond is in time, and there's 1 out in the top of the 9th inning. Montreal Expos, that's who we played for. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't done so already. 177 people tuning in. Let's get to 150 likes. And now Bryson Stott coming up for the Fightins. Stott's 0 for 3 today with a ground out. Also grounded into a double play, and he takes the first pitch on the inside corner for strike 1. The ball's 1 strike. The pitch. Wide and high. One ball, one strike to Stott. And the pitch, he pops this one up out over towards shallow center field. Tavar can't find it, and on the run to make the catch is Doyle. He almost lost it, and the Phillies are down to their final out. Just sort of lost it in the lights out towards shallow center. And now the weight is on Nick Castellanos' shoulders. Phillies have not lost a series since they played against the Reds from April 1st to the 3rd. And the pitch to Castilla is outside and low for a ball. And now that's on the line, too. Phillies' backs are against the wall. Casty's 0 for 3 with a flyout, a strikeout, and a line out. The 1-0 on the way. Popped up and hit out over towards right field. Blackmon gets under it over towards the right field side, then he'll make the catch, and that's the end of the ball game. For the first time since April 3rd, the Phillies have lost a series. They won 7 in a row, and that just came against the Colorado Rockies. The Rockies win by a final score of 5-2, and the Phillies are now 38-16 on the season. Well, all streaks have to come to an end. And it was a fun ride while it lasted. Cal Quantrill got his 3rd win of the season. He went 6 innings today. He allowed 3 hits, 2 earned runs, had 5 strikeouts. And Ranger, stats don't lie, but they don't tell the full truth either. If you just look at the 6 innings and the 4 earned runs, well, he allowed 5 runs in the first 2 innings combined, and then was able to settle down and retire the last 13 batters that he faced. And Kinley came in, got the save, was able to get all 3 batters out, and the Rockies take Game 3 and take the series against the Philadelphia Phillies. How about this? The Rockies, last time that they won a series was against the San Diego Padres. They ended up sweeping the Padres and were able to do that from May 13th to the 15th. Hit that thumbs up button on your way out, guys. One word to describe that game. Final thoughts about this game. I mean, there's not really much I can say. The offense didn't really do too much today. I wish that they would have done more. I wanted Ranger to get his 10th win. That's really what I wanted. But sometimes it just doesn't happen. Sometimes it just doesn't go your way. And today, it was not the Phillies' day. A 162, they just didn't hit the ball really well today. I thought that was really the main reason why that they lost. Can't just always rely on one inning. As great as that comeback was last night, you can't always rely on the hero ball to come through. I know that that's a part of their identity, but they laid an egg today, and let's see how they bounce back tomorrow. That's the simplest way I can put it. But yeah, not a good day at the office for the Phils. They lose by a final score of 5-2 to the Colorado Rockies. Quantrill's now 4-3. Ranger also gets charged with his first loss on the season. Crazy when you think about that. Wow. 98 pitches for Cal. 61 of them were strikes. And Ranger gets his first loss of 2024. Took him a while. It did. It took him quite a long time. I wanted to see when the last time he lost was, but I don't think that they're going to show it on this website. Ranger Suarez, game log 2023. That will tell us. Takes us a little bit of time to find it. But whatever. I really would like to know when the last time he lost was. The last time that he had a loss was on August 13th. August 13th against the Twins. Wow. That's the last time the Ranger lost. And that is correct. So, ever since then, he was 11-0. That's impressive if we're talking about the regular season. So, all right. No need to hang your head down low. This Phillies team is still playing overall pretty good baseball. They just didn't have a good day today. I wish that they would have done better with runners in scoring position today. I do, but they really didn't get a lot of runners on base. We could have swept, so we'll take the small victory. The small victory to me is a 15-game hitting streak by JT Realmuto. One word to describe the game. One word to describe the game today, guys. One word, and then we're going to sign off. Because I do hope you guys have a really nice dinner tonight and a very good Memorial Day. One word to describe the game. I don't know how to describe that one. It was quiet. It was a quiet game. I think that's how I described it. Quiet one. Anybody else have any words? No? No? All right. Well, that's going to be it for me. I love you guys. I'll see you tomorrow. Phillies play at 5:05. And I'll catch you on the next one. What's up, Rising Rhino? Let's go Rockies, he says. Says the guy that was going to do all the Rockies games and now is not even doing any Rockies games. Still have the best record in baseball, right? Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Rising Rhino has arrived. All right. See you guys. That's our cue to leave. No, I'm kidding. I am going to get off, though. I want to get ready for dinner. Spend some time with the family. That's important to me. All right. Bye. Adios.